Oh, Hilton, stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton, stay. A holiday you're saving.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. This season, enjoy spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee.
I found this great place to stay this weekend.
Click on the link and book it.
Oh, wow. McAfee alerted me that this site is fake and even blocked it.
Cyber criminals create fake sites to steal your passwords and financial data. McAfee identifies and blocks these sites to keep you safer online so you can book your trip without worry. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
Merry Christmas! Welcome to our first Christmas movie of this iteration. Actually, it's our first Christmas movie ever, even on Last Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, that's a year-round classic.
It is,
though
a
it
classic.
is still one of my favorite Christmas movies.
It shows up on all my apps saying time to watch.
And I'll watch it again and again and again.
Great movie.
Today's movie that we watched is My Secret Santa, a new Netflix film starring the crazy girlfriend from She's the Man and Tom Keane from The Blacklist.
Also from like that doctor show.
What?
He's in some doctor show.
By the way, does he play an evil doctor? Because
I don't think
will
so.
say it was a little bit hard for me and Mott's to get into this because every role he plays, he's like a serial killer on the down low and like he's like really evil. And we started watching that show Cross, and the second that this man came on screen, he had his face, which his face is already giving like, I'm about to play a serial killer, or I'm about to play someone who's like doing some really bad shit. And then he had bleached his hair, and I said, oh God, we're unlocking
Bleached
a whole
hair,
new level of like diabolical. And guess what? It was. It
Yeah.
was a whole new level.
He's on a show, was on a show called New Amsterdam. I'd never seen the show, and I don't know I don't watch things that this man is in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Your dad does.
Yeah, my dad does. So when he popped up, I was like, oh, that's that man from that poster. Because I would just see the poster all the time.
I want to say there was a billboard with that poster for a long time.
Yes, and it would be like on like wherever I'd look, they really spent their marketing budget on that show that I could not name off the top of my head, but I said, there's that man.
Yeah, it's like The Slap. I will always remember the TV show The
Mhm.
Slap because they also couldn't afford to take it off the billboard. No one else wanted to pay the money, so it was there for years.
Yeah.
But wow, I will say this was sold to me in my mind as a Tia Mowry Christmas movie, which I was so excited for. So I was a little surprised when this blonde white woman got on screen, and I was like, what's going on?
See, when I looked it up, because I was like, what is this? And then I saw that she was not first billed. I said, okay, Megan. But I was like, you picked this because of Tia. I knew that.
And the way that it was written and all these write-ups, it was like Tia Mowry in a new Christmas movie. And I said flawless because my other pick was going to be, so I guess Kelly Rowland is doing a Christmas series.
Yes.
Like she's done like 4 movies of
Uh-huh.
this. And it was like a little it was the one that we saw was the most recent one that was like the poster on our TV. And it's like a little baby for Christmas. And it's like the most budget poster you've ever seen. And I was like, what is this? I thought it was like a fanfic edit.
No.
Nope, it's real. But then I was like, oh, we would have to watch. There's the first one is when she falls in love. The next one is when they get married.
Uh-huh.
And then the third one was when they have a baby. And I was like, I don't know if
That's
I'm going
a
to
lot
commit
to
to that.
commit to. Yeah.
So this one, people were saying that was great. And it was pitched to me, and it said Tia plays the villain, and I said, "Oh my god, fun!" So I'm thinking, if you're talking about the villain here, I'm thinking that we're
It's
getting
a
like a
villain-led.
Sharpay level.
Yes,
Like we're
it's a-
getting like you're also getting like main character villain. Like this is you are what's tearing this up, and like I love when she does that. So
Mhm. I actually haven't seen Tia in a villain role before.
she did well, she wasn't technically the villain, but like she was kind of annoying. Oh my god, she's done so many Christmas ones. I won't be able to tell you which one it is
Okay.
because I've seen almost all of them. But it's one of them where she plays a role that you're just like she's doing something like she's not making the choices you would want her to make, but like in a way that, you know.
Acting choices or
No,
the
character choices.
Okay.
But you buy it. Like it's
Okay.
not like
Yeah, I've never seen her in a role like this before. One, I think she looked the prettiest I've ever seen her. I don't know what was different, but like she so pretty as it is. But
every time she
looked
came
so
on screen,
beautiful.
I was like, she looks like
Yes.
we would pause to like go get water and come back, and I would be like taken again. I'd be like, my God, she just. I don't know if it was the lighting that they loved her. I don't know if it was makeup. I don't know, whatever. But she was she just looked beautiful. Beautiful.
And then once we watched it, I said I need to see her in a drama playing a actual like a built out
She can
villain.
act.
Yes, yeah, but I want to see that because the majority of things, you know, except for the game, which I think I'm about to say something, and I mean this in the best possible way. She's always playing like a goofy character, like goofy. And even in the game, the game was a dramedy, sometimes comedy, sometimes drama. The tone was all over every place. And while she is playing, like they are playing serious, sometimes there's a laugh track, but Melody makes goofy choices. So like I consider that a goofy role too.
Yeah.
So like when we had this, I was like, I want to see her like in a legit drama playing a villain. Or even like an Olivia Pope type character.
Oh,
an
I would
anti-hero.
love that. I would love that. I want to say the one I'm thinking of is the Mistletones, where it's her and Tori Spelling. And Tori Spelling is the villain, but like she like stoops to her, like you know what I mean? Like she gets really involved in like the rivalry. And I was like, I could watch this again. Like I could watch just like the kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna be biting on it too. And I think she's like very underrated as an actress. And like I agree with you. I do think that like Sister like Pigeon held her to be like, oh, goofy. But like she can act. Like she can actually act, and she's not, you know, bogged down by like a wholesome image.
I think playing young roles for so long, like when she was in her 20s, it pigeonholed her until she got to the game.
Yeah.
Which completely different tone of what she was doing. But I just want to see more for her because she can do it.
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way about, you know, I love the brother. I love Taj. Like, I think that they all he started so young. And, like, they started, like, young, but, like, not necessarily as young. But they started playing, like you said, they started playing really young. And so it took them, they spent so much longer in that age range, performing-wise, that, I would kill to see. I would also just, like, love to see her in, like, a Michaela role from, like, How to Get Away with Murder. It could be, like, an uptight something, but, like, just a level of, like, someone who, like, has, like, a snap moment. Because I'm like, yeah, she can do that. But I thought she was great in this. But I guess the premise of this is but there are so many. You guys,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
The way I could solve all of it, like, I think about this all the time. Like, if I was the friend in the movie, I'd be like, I can make this so much easier for you.
I could have solved this immediately.
Oh my God. So it is this woman who is a single mom, a former local punk rock band frontman, who is raising her daughter, who wants to go to, which I had to ask Mott's, the resident Coloradan, if snowboard school is a thing. And he was like, like class, like lessons, but like the way they're talking about this, it's like she's going, it's like boarding school.
I feel like it's a prep thing for the Olympics, like one of those type schools. Like it's a leeway. Like this is what you do to get to the Olympics, because
like an elite
Olympics
gymnastics
snowboarding.
gym.
starts young. So
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
thought
this
she was
is
too old to start.
It wasn't she was starting, she was already good at it. It was just
Okay.
to improve her level of
So
snowboarding.
she would have to be Simone Biles level, because I do think that, like, if she was trying to go to the Olympics, in my head, I do think she's a little too old to, like, suddenly start that training.
I don't think she was suddenly training. I think she'd
No,
been
that
good.
elite level of training, I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. But she applies to a snowboard school without telling her mom, and also without looking at the tuition, which I was like, girl, you are way too old for that. And, like, you also are not poor. Like, you can't be that poor then, because, like, the idea that, like, you would know that you grow up and you don't have a lot of money and you were going to sign up for something that, by the way, they don't offer scholarships. Okay. But, like, you would sign up
That was my thing
and then
too,
tell
was,
the
like,
mom, be like,
scholarships.
sorry, like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't look. I'm like, okay, then you can't be that poor. Because, like, that's just, like, you wouldn't even have applied.
It was selfish.
Yeah.
And also she would have had to forge her mom's signature because you can't apply to something as a child.
No, and, like, how did she apply? Did she send, like, videos of her snowboarding? Like, who took the videos? Like, also, does she have any friends? Like, it just seems like she's, like, hyper independent, but also, like, deeply clueless on, like, how to function. So I'm like, okay, is this a hyper independent child of a working single mom, or is this this is my first day on earth. I didn't know that I had to check. I didn't know things cost money. I was a little confused by that, but cute kid.
We open with the worst worst AI shot that I've ever seen.
I would just also like to encourage people to go to the movie theaters in general, because the difference of watching things on a small screen is they think that you are stupid. They think you are dumb. They think at most you're watching this on, like, a 50-inch television. They actually think you're watching this on your phone. So they think they can get away with creating slop and then throwing it on screen and telling you, here's your establishing shot.
Right.
It made me mad.
It made me that was the immediate thing that I wrote down. What is this?
It's
the
insulting.
City looked terrible. I would have preferred you to build out a Lego Santa
Miniature.
thing and then film that.
Yes.
Bring back creativity.
Oh, it's gone. They're completely tapped of it. They have none of it. Which is also why this is the entire movie plot almost of Mrs. Doubtfire. This is Mrs. Doubtfire. But it also is She's the Man, which is ironic considering our lead actress was in She's the Man.
I haven't seen She's the Man, so that should be on our list.
You have my DVD
I
still.
do. I found it. It's right over here.
I was like, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, it's a superior movie. But, like, this girl's acting chops, as soon as I found that out, I said, oh my God, they gotta do more with you, because she acted her ass off in that movie. She did. So I will say that, like, this is not the most creative, but, like, it is certainly falls into the category of unhinged Christmas movies, which I do prefer. And this movie is shockingly very gay. This movie is This movie is very gay. There are gay overtones and undertones throughout this movie, which I will be circling back to discuss.
Okay.
But I will say that this is a plea to filmmakers everywhere. Women need purses. I don't like when you have a woman walking down the street with her two hands in her long trench coat, and I'm supposed to believe that she has no ill intention. Where's her stuff?
One thing about soap operas that I love soap operas as a whole, but one thing that I love is that people always have purses. They always have purses, and it's something that stands out to me because in movies, they don't have purses.
It makes me irate to see a woman in a tight-fitting, long wool coat with her hands in her pockets where are her keys? Where's her phone? Like, she has a child. Where's her, I mean, in general, I don't even like when I see people in everyday life, like, walking down. I always am like, I have to have a purse. The most I will do is a hoodie that has big pockets, and I will, and you'll see shit as I'm walking. You see it sloshing around in that big middle pocket. But, like, it's one of the things I don't like about men. I don't like that they have nothing in their, like, it stresses me out. It feels like, what's going on here? And so them doing that in this, it made me disappointed because it did also, again, along with Tom from Blacklist, set the tone that I did, in fact, and so did Mods. Mods was like, I really feel like something bad's going to happen. I have questions about their ages.
I have a lot of questions. Like, she's working in a bakery.
But, like, a commercial kitchen bakery?
Right. And then her boss is like, you're being fired because people aren't ordering cookies.
But he also doesn't fire the 24 people who are making the cookies?
Yes. And I think they were just annoyed because of she was doing quality control on the cookies and was like, hey, this Santa Claus looks depressed. He used that as an excuse to say that she's annoying, get her out of here.
Yeah, yeah. I was very confused about that. And then also, like, in general, this whole movie seems to position seasonal work as, like, full-time employment.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that it was like, oh, people aren't ordering, like, Christmas cookies anymore. And I was like, okay, what do you do for the rest of the year?
Right.
Like,
where are the other cookies? Like, you don't have, it's not just a bakery, it's just a pop-up shop for Christmas cookies.
And, like, it's a commercial kitchen, seemingly. And, like, I knew someone who worked, which is a very cool job that they had in college when we were in school together. They worked at the commercial kitchen, who was the only commercial kitchen that Disneyland outsourced for.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, like, one of their clients. They had, like, other ones that would do their, like, prepackaged cookies that they would make. And, like, she would bring them home and all that kind of stuff. But, like, even if they lost one client, which, like, Disneyland was one of their biggest ones, they still had other clients. And, like, they made cookies all the time.
Right.
I was so confused by it.
Yeah, I think lean in more on her being annoying because she is. Like,
she is.
So I think, like, they should have owned that she's getting fired because she's annoying.
Yeah, because she's a meddler. She's a big meddler. And, like, that is a theme throughout the movie. So, like, set the story with, like, this is what's her name? I don't even know her fucking name.
Taylor.
This is Taylor, and she meddles. And, like, she's obsessed with meddling.
Mm-hmm.
Then the movie, as soon as we're introduced to Tom Keen, I go, oh, this movie's made in Manhattan. Like, it becomes, oh, I have a crush on a boy, but he's like the big and rich one, and we're at this hotel, and, like, he can't know that I'm here. I was like, this is just, like, we're just picking up different bits from other movies. But there is one fatal flaw in this movie that I cannot believe they never addressed. And that is, so basically the whole thing, she gets fired from her job as at the commercial kitchen, and her daughter applies to this snowboarding school, and she wants to go to snowboarding school, and then her and her gay brothers, I don't know which one was related to, they look it
was
up.
Confusing. I think the one that offered to give her money, the one that offered to give her money is the one that was her brother.
Okay. I mean, they're married, so, you know, they're both her brothers at this point. And they work in special effects makeup, which you think is a useless fact. It's not.
Right. Which the way they set this up, it was like, do they actually work in special effects? Because they were talking about that they're getting ready for their Halloween costume for the next year. Like, on November 1st, they start for the next year. And if you work in special effects, why is it taking you a whole year to do your costumes?
And also, who were the costumes for? Was it for a job, or was this you were getting ready to make your costumes for next year?
I think it was just their costumes.
Yeah, they just had a lot of gadgets in their home, and they were like, we don't have any money. And I go, really? You have 7 3D printers. You don't have any fucking money? So they read the fine print, which, again, no one has brought up, hey, maybe there's a scholarship. No one's even talked about it. So I thought this was the moment. Instead, they read the fine print to the bottom, which said that employees get a 50% discount on this, which, if you were an employee, you would just know that. So, like, I don't know why that would be the fine print as opposed to scholarships
sometimes you just got to put it in there so that people know, like, it's a legal thing.
But I don't understand why. I would have assumed that would have actually come right after they had said scholarships available. Please reach out for, like, requests at need-based scholarships available. So she's like, I'm gonna get a job at this hotel so I can get 50% discount.
Yes. Also, she can't afford her rent as it is.
Yeah, and her landlord's really meddling in her life.
And her landlord is very horny.
Mats was like, what the fuck? This slumlord is so wild. Like, there's a horny-ass slumlord.
Which is actually part of her character. Like, there's she's lonely.
No, yeah, that's why she's horny and meddling. Yes. So she goes to this hotel to apply for a job, and we, at the same time as the audience, are figuring out that the Tom Keen, the man who she met at the beginning of the movie, is
at the record store where she was trying to. We should explain where she was trying to sell records not to pay her rent, but records so that she could have money for to pay for this boarding. I mean, it is a boarding school, the snowboarding school.
Yeah.
And while they're there, he sees one record, is like, this one costs so much money because
From a local band.
From a local band, like, this is a legendary one. And then as he's looking at it, he's like, this is you. He's a big fan, probably the only fan that she has, because it's not like she goes walking around. She's never told her daughter that she was in this band.
No,
nobody
even
in
came
town
up.
is like, hey, you're that girl from that, was it Pussy Pink?
Yeah, it's some with a cat.
Yeah.
Pussy Girl Rock.
And nobody said this in the 16 years that this girl has been alive.
No. Hey, is your mom Pussy Girl Rock mom? Like, lady? And she's like, she doesn't know.
No. So, like, and then after she's trying to sell that, then he follows her out the store and asks her for hot chocolate. And in this moment, I said, if she had gone to, which, you know, women, we don't say yes to people that come up.
Totally.
But if she had gone to this hot chocolate date and just talked about their lives, she would have known then that he was the heir and could have been like, get me in, get her in for free.
Like, honestly, I will say she played uninterested in him too much at the beginning. So as soon as she finds out that, like, oh, this is so-and-so's hotel, like, they've got all this money, she immediately goes, maybe I do like it.
Right.
I was like,
but also I was like, well, pretend that you like him so he can just get you in for free. And that would be the end of the movie.
No, the way that she made everything so much fucking harder for herself, the way that I could have found, like, the way that she could even still made these decisions, and I would have found a way to be like, okay, you made the decision, now actually let's do this with this decision, solve the problem. Nope, she can't. She's physically incapable of it. I don't know how her 16-year-old daughter made it to 16. This woman has no fucking sense. None whatsoever. So then she goes in and she meets Tia, and she overhears Tia in there after the person at the front desk has said there's no available jobs, there's no jobs. And she's like, I need a job. They're like, literally, there's none. We can take your resume, but, like, we don't have any openings. She overhears Tia say that, you know, pays $2,000 a week. We need someone to start ASAP. Like, if you know anybody, please, anyone, we need people to apply. And she stops Tia after she gets off the phone being like, I'm looking for a job. Like, what? I overheard you. What's that for? And she gives her a little up and down and was like, unless you're an old man, I don't think this is going to work. We're looking for a Santa. And so then she sets her sights on being like, this is what I'm going to do. And I don't know why nobody had brought it up that, ma'am, in fact, a gig worker for Santa, you're not actually getting a tuition discount. That is not happening. Like, fundamentally, like, you're going to go through all of this trouble. It's not going to happen. Like, this is a 3-week gig. They're not going to give your kid a annual tuition discount. And it's not even a full year contract. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
But she does.
And Mott said that the look on her, when she's like, I could be Santa, Mott's quote was, I have the hips of a much older man. And I was like, oh my God, I need him to write for that. And then we get into what I would like to start is the theme of this film, which is, in fact, the gay agenda. So she goes to her gay brother, and they are 3D printing, special effects makeuping, apparently using a lot of supplies with a lot of free time that they fucking have and a lot of money that they apparently don't fucking have to give their niece. They are transforming her into a jolly man with a big old belly. The makeover is insane. They do a classic Netflix film where they do a movie within a movie, and they are, in fact, watching the Christmas Chronicles while this happens, which is an underrated Christmas film, I will say. I think Kurt Russell was kind of destined to play Santa. Like, I think that is, like, a fantastic role for him. This woman, not so much.
But even the undersuit to make her jolly to be Santa had to cost as much as what it costs for the school. There's no way that they bought that filled with all those beans, contoured to her body. No way.
No, and, like, the sheer amount of electricity used and the power that is used in, like, again, their 5 3D fucking printers to do all of this shit. I was like, girl, your brother is hoarding money and not telling you. Like, is your niece a bitch? Like, I don't know what, but, like, they're spending all this money on a pet project for you. Take pictures, add to a portfolio, or like it's a fun hobby. But like they're also not going to work. They don't have jobs.
Right.
The money's coming from somewhere. Where's this money? Where is this fucking money?
They live in a gorgeous place.
A stunning city penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is a loft. This has more than one bedroom in here. I promise you. And
I don't understand.
Okay. So, she looks great as Santa. Like, I have to say, they did a fantastic job.
They did.
Like, it was impeccable.
And she did a great job as Santa, I believe. Well, not initially. I mean, like, as...
The voice was a little...
As her movement as Santa.
Oh, totally. And I think it was a believable journey of getting better as Santa. Like, it was believable of where she started versus where she ended up. She decides, which I can't believe, like, to me, this is a filler that you wrote in as like writers to be funny and like your inside joke that like never got changed. It's literally to me giving Fisting Friday, like where they decide that her first name, they ask her what her name is and she says Human. First name Hugh, last name Man.
Space in between. Hugh, Man.
So stupid because it then plays on like the talking about Hugh versus you, like Hugh. It is a tongue twister and it's like there's no point. It's just stupid. And like I was like, someone made this as like a filler joke.
Yeah.
And it stuck. And like I've been there. I get it.
Yeah. And also this is where we have at the same time having the villain origin story. Well, before this, a little bit before it, the villain origin story of Tia, whose name is Natasha in this, where what's his name? Matthew, has racked up so many bills while being away. And I'm like, this is a 40-year-old man.
He's a 40-year-old man in immense debt. And I'm like, you're billionaires. Why are you getting him like a general manager job at a hotel?
Yeah, so his father's like, you need to grow up. Again, he is 40. You need to grow up, and so you're going to become the general manager, which is the job that Tia was gunning for because the person had just quit. And so just as Nepos go, just filled it with his son.
Yep.
So then Natasha's scrambling to hire a Santa because I don't know why they don't have a Santa yet. And so they just bring in a bunch of people and she's looking them up and down like, none of these people work. And then here comes Hugh Man.
Which I'm still not over the name. And so she's sabotaging it in the sense that she tells him, which is a key component. He asks, don't we need a background check? And she says, no, it's fine.
We're already behind schedule.
And I have to say that I think background checks, I'm not going to discount the importance of them, but I am going to say that if I were to rank where it's most important, it would be people who are touching children.
Yes, number one. One thing, and that was the thing that irked me most about this film, was that.
Old white men touching children, I'm actually going to need multiple background checks and like I'm going to need some more deep diving. Like that is like not one where I'm like, oh, you can overlook it. Like what's the worst that could happen? Like, no, that's like horrible.
Right. Like she should have put her foot down on that. He should have put his foot down. And then comes my next big thing, but it doesn't get revealed to later. So
okay. Well, my next big thing is I can solve this here right now. Woman to woman, I think you, girl, Taylor, could have just gone there. I don't think you need to pretend to be a man. I think
then that's what I was going to say. Okay.
I think they would have been preferred the idea of hiring a woman in prosthetics to play Santa than having a real old man doing this. Also because like the specific look of Santa, like not to get dark with it, but like the red cheeks and the red nose, if that's occurring naturally, usually that indicates liver problems.
Or rosacea.
but they don't want rosacea red cheeks. They want this specific kind of
holly jolly
and that big
cheeks.
Old belly. And I'm like, okay, it's giving alcoholism. Like, and I just like
so since we're already going there, there's she filled out the paperwork as
with
herself.
her real social security number.
Nobody is looking over the paper. Like, that's the biggest plot hole. Nobody looked at the paperwork when she filled that out. Her picture, her actual picture, when later Tia's looking up who's Santa, looks it up, her actual picture pops up.
And of course, Tia goes, "It has to be identity fraud."
Like, what? No one looked at her application. Her application has her actual name on it. And none of this makes sense. And Santa Claus is just supposed to be an actor. Like,
yes!
you don't even have to look like this whole thing of like, we need somebody that has the essence of Santa. They're acting.
They're in a time crunch,
If somebody
too.
has the essence of Santa, they're fucking weirdo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just think that, like, not only would they have not minded that she's a younger woman in her 40s with prosthetics, dare I say, I think they would have preferred it. Like,
Yes.
I think you would have gotten the job even if there was someone who, like, even if it was a close call. I think the fact that you are a woman in prosthetics would have taken over the edge to think, we gotta hire her.
And she was so believable. Like she comes in, like, you come in as Santa initially, like, so believable, and be like, hey, this is who I actually am. I can play this part.
Yeah, then they go, okay, let's see your resume. You're there as Santa. They see you as Santa.
And you're like,
you hand the resume, and
I've worked in a cookie, like a Santa-specific cookie shop. Like, you have the essence. You have the resume.
And, like, you have a kid. Like, you like, this is just, like, I was aghast at this, that I was like, this is why she's got no female friends.
And this is also the plot hole that's in Mrs. Doubtfire, where it's just like, the reason you had to dress up as Mrs. Doubtfire is because you wouldn't take care of your kids. If you would have just taken care of your kids, you wouldn't have had to dress up as Mrs. Doubtfire. She wouldn't have had to hire a nanny.
And
just take care of your kids.
And this is where I get to this being the gay agenda, because you just really want to dress up. You want to dress up in drag. Like, that was like, I'm like, all of this could have been avoided. Like, and there are easier ways to do this, but like, it's fine. You liked dressing up like a man. That's totally fine. You're a drag king. I love that for you. But like, the idea that this is your only option to like make money. Also, a snowboard school 1 year. What do you do next year? Like, is this a consistent enough work? Are you getting paid throughout the entire year? I don't think so.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep affording it?
I think just mentioning, like, this would be a gateway for me. Maybe they can't say Olympics, but to join the national team.
Yeah, like
to join the
next year.
USA team, and then I can get sponsorships. Easy fix. Like, that would have been just an easy fix
or
right
even
there.
saying, like, there are Olympic trials in, like, this time next year. And, like, if my coach says if I can get really good training in the next year, he thinks I'm, like, a shoo-in. Yep. Like, something where it feels temporary. Because I'm like, this does not give, like, I understand, like, you know, needing to, like, just make ends meet and do things wherever. But, like, this being treated like a, damn, we got it, we're finally made. I go, because you got a 3-week gig as Santa? Like, you're getting too comfortable. You're getting far too comfortable. I also, just on a side note, I do love her elf, Jimmy. Jimmy was one of my favorite parts of this whole film. Jimmy has one other credit, and it's a guest star on the Vince Staples show. And I just have to say, Jimmy, your IMDb, 2 first ones, killed it.
Okay. You're just putting people in, and I love that.
They do their in-house casting, which you just got to get one, and then you can get the rest.
What if I told you that 2026 is the year you launch your business? Maybe you've got an idea you just can't shake, or that hobby that everyone in your life is telling you to sell. Taking that first step and finally taking action can feel impossible. But with Shopify, all you need to turn your dreams into your new future is at your fingertips. Make 2026 the year you transform into the entrepreneur, founder, and boss you were meant to be. And the one powerful move to make it all happen is starting your business with Shopify. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person, giving you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. And you can set up quickly with Shopify's built-in AI tools that will help you write product descriptions and headlines, as well as edit product photos. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names like Gymshark and Mattel to first-time business owners just getting started. Marketing is built in too. You can create email and social campaigns within Shopify to reach customers wherever they are. And as you grow, Shopify grows with you. The same dashboard that you start with will evolve as your business does to handle more orders and expand to new markets. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
Abercrombie Kids is bringing the cheer all holiday season and the gifts too. No matter how long their wish list is, there's always room for just one more. Whether it's a new winter coat, an extra pair of jeans, or cozy matching sweat sets, get gifting with looks they've been waiting for all year. Shop Abercrombie Kids in the app, online, and in stores.
Meet the computer you can talk to. With Copilot on Windows, working, creating, and collaborating is as easy as talking. Got writer's block? Share your screen with Copilot Vision to help spark inspiration, and use Copilot Voice to have a conversation and brainstorm ideas. Or maybe you need some tech help. With Copilot Vision, Copilot sees what you see. Let Copilot talk you through step-by-step guidance so you can master new apps, games, and skills faster. Try now at windows.com/Copilot.
Now we have something that we've talked about before. Now they don't show it, but this is it's the epidemic of nudity on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
We got implied nudity.
Mm-hmm.
We got implied multiple penis nudity.
Big dick nudity, too.
That's what Mott's paused and he said. That reaction is supposed to mean, not only are we seeing a dick, that dick is big. That man is banging. And
heavy.
I was shocked. He literally said heavy. I was shocked that we had to rewind. Mott goes, no, you have to watch it again. Because her reaction is not that she saw his dick. It's because that's a big old dick.
Yeah.
And we watched it again and I was like, oh my God, I'm in shock.
Because she immediately looks like she's in heat after that and was like, okay.
And like, who are we as a country now, Netflix? You're giving us implied nudity in your wholesome Christmas films?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And then we get into that the billionaire son can't tie a tie. In which I say, he is lying and he is starting to find some feelings for Hugh-Man, considering he looks into the eyes and goes, I feel like I know you. And I'm like, oh my God, you don't recognize the woman who was underneath there. You are questioning your sexuality.
And he's like, I just can talk. After they've had 2 sentences of conversation, I can just talk to you about anything. It's just so easy. And I was like, okay.
It should be noted that he has spent more time with Hugh-Man than he has with her as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So like him being like, it's not like it's like, oh, he's reminding. They had one very short, quick interaction.
And she was rude to him then.
She was not even into him.
No.
And so really what he fell for was Hugh-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is maybe the reason why he took this role. Because like, he was playing the layers of that. And I was like, by the way, Ryan Eggman, whatever his name is, I'm like, I'm picking up on this. Like, you are playing a very multi-layered role, and I appreciated it.
And I feel like what was implied in the writing, what they were trying to get across was that he has daddy issues, but that's not actually what we saw.
No, what really came across was that someone who has probably been, he gave like staunch ally vibes to maybe going, I might be switching my letter vibes. And he seemed open to it. By the way, it also didn't seem like the first time he had these thoughts. It seemed like a confirmation.
Yeah. I feel like he's out in the world.
Yes. Yeah, he's a 41-year-old trust fund baby who's
experienced life to the fullest.
And then we also do the daughter doesn't know. The mom just can't stop lying. She hasn't even told her daughter that she's in a band. Was in a band.
Screaming Kitties is what the name of it was.
There you go, girl power pussies.
Which again, that is sexual.
Yes, there's so okay, and then the daughter doesn't even know the mom played music or whatever. Doesn't know that she's playing Santa. Doesn't know that she got a job here. Just knows that like her mom miraculously got the money and now she's in snowboarding school. And then she makes a comment being like, "Are you doing?" Basically saying, "Mom, are you on OnlyFans?"
She didn't basically say it. She did say it.
Did she say OnlyFans?
I think she said OnlyFans.
Whatever it was, I was like, Oh my God.
She did. If it wasn't specifically OnlyFans, she said, "Are you making videos online?" It was some. I heard in my head OnlyFans. Maybe it wasn't specifically said, but in my head I heard OnlyFans. That's all I thought of.
I wrote down OnlyFans. I also, again, I don't think she said OnlyFans, but like it was essentially, it was like saying like book face instead of Facebook. Like it was something to the level of like there was no other way to interpret it. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And it was and Mom was like, she just called her mom a whore. Like it was, and she said it with a look of disgust.
See, I thought it was more supportive. She was like, thank you. I didn't get like disgust. I just got like in disgust of like, this is what my mom is doing, not disgust for OnlyFans itself. Like, I appreciate the work you're putting in. Just don't tell me.
I got the vibe that it was, the vibe that I got was disgust with her mom in the sense of, oh God, Mom, not again. Like she gave like Mom, not. Please don't tell me you're slinging pussy again. Like, it was like...
And then screaming kitties.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Mom is slinging pussy and you do know. So, like, the way that she was like, ugh, Mom, okay. And then doesn't ask any more questions. I'm like, what the fuck else has your mom done for money?
Yeah.
Like, this seems stressful.
And that's fine. If that's what she needs to do, great. But, like...
Totally. But, like, maybe tell your daughter... something, because she's like perfectly fine with her daughter thinking whatever she's thinking and without telling her the truth.
And then she is working as Santa and giving advice, but like terrible advice to children.
Which unlicensed.
Yeah, but also just saying things like, your parents can't afford this, or like...
And also, this is a nice hotel. How do we know the parents can't afford this?
Right. It's a ski resort. Like, 5 stars, they can afford this.
Without a doubt. I also have no idea how she's doing these prosthetics to herself every day. Because I'm like, if you're doing this, makeup artist.
Later, she pulls off a mask and we learn it's not actually a prosthetic, it's because a mask, which makes real. 0 sense.
Yeah, and there's no glue on her face and her makeup is perfect. Her mascara isn't even smudged. Yeah.
It was very much how on soap operas where somebody is quote unquote wearing a mask, it's just another actor playing them, but then they'll pull off the mask and it's like, that wasn't a mask.
It's just another face. So I have to say, I'm going to make a really big swing.
Okay.
I think she's kind of a bad mom. And like, I mean that in the sense that we are then introduced to her daughter, Zoe's bully. Mm-hmm. We're getting old school bullied. Like, it is like, She's like,
you're poor.
She goes, hey, sup, ugly poor bitch. Yeah. Like, it's like, oh my God. Like, hey, your clothes have holes. Are you poor? You smell. You're stinky. Do you have a shower? No, because you're poor. And I was like, what the fuck? And the mom is witnessing this.
Yes, and she didn't say anything.
She didn't say, hey, if I'm a mom, I'm trying not to throw hands.
Yeah.
But you're not even telling your kid to stick up for yourself. She's just like, man. And clearly Zoe has no friends. And so I'm like, what advice have you been giving her all this time? But like, she's just like, yeah, this girl's at me. And she goes, well, you know, kids, do you want me to say it? And she goes, no, don't say anything.
The reason I think she didn't say anything is because when she was in school, she was also a bully. Like, I feel like Taylor was a bully. But then in that moment, she should have said something like, toughen up, bitch. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Tough titties. Like, do something.
Do anything except let your daughter be like mercilessly bullied in front of you and then is clearly affected by it. And you're not like giving her a pep talk or telling her to fight back or even just like you said, suck it up. Like nothing. She's just like, nah, whatever.
Whatever. I got you in school. Appreciate it.
I was like, also, this is why she has no friends.
Another thing of like her being a bad mom is, and this never gets solved anywhere in the movie, is that she's asked about her father multiple times.
Oh my God, Melissa, I can't even. We're gonna get. I have something I wrote for that. But also, can we talk about them drinking on the job?
Oh yeah,
that was unnecessary. Oh, okay, so.
But also, I'm like, are you talking about when they're at like that bar and he comes in? Was that part of the hotel?
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay. In that case, why didn't she just, if this is a mask, as we see later, why didn't she just take the mask off?
I don't fucking know.
Because we see her in other instances just hanging around the hotel. So why? Because it was just a setup so Matthew could talk to Hugh Man more.
And fall in love with him even more.
Yeah. But like, easily could have just taken your mask off. Like, having this mask on, that is something that not just drinking on the job, but also like your Santa at this hotel, people wouldn't want to see Santa drinking.
And also, it will wear down your prosthetics. You can't put alcohol in them.
But
They
it's a
will
mask.
unadhere.
So it got in between the little slits of the mouth.
It doesn't matter. You still need some fucking adhesive.
Yes.
Then we continue on with, she keeps giving unsolicited therapy advice to these children.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bad advice at first.
Yeah, but then we get to the kid who's scared of the dark, which
Mm-hmm.
the cutest kid I've ever seen. And it seems promising. It seems like she's learning how to be a better Santa.
Mm-hmm.
I will say they also didn't tell her she wasn't doing a good job. So I was
right. Like, where's the feedback? There should have been instant feedback of like, hey, don't tell them they can't have a pony.
No, and
don't ask children, do you live in an apartment? No. Don't ask that.
I'm sorry, why are we asking follow-up questions? You say, what do you want for Christmas? And you say, a pony. You say, okay, I'll write that down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say, I promise I will get you the pony. And also,
right.
the fact that she doesn't want to give these empty promises, and I go, at the start of the movie, you gave a promise to your daughter that you would make it work to go to this school. This is what you clearly have always done.
Mm-hmm.
But now you won't give empty promises? What the fuck? And she's like, I can't promise I can do that. And then
you are lying. Like, the whole thing is that you are deceptive. Keep deceiving.
You're lying and pretending. You can't pretend a little bit harder. Okay. And then she goes on a date with this guy, and he tries to get her to perform, and all the hubbub that I wrote down, all of this for a local band.
Yeah. And this is also after her brothers have told her, like, hey, he's hot and rich. Do something. Like,
and she's like, ugh, if you insist.
Right. After
girl.
you've seen his big dick, you are attracted to him. I don't understand what is it about him that she doesn't want to date. Because it's not like she's not interested. She is. We never get like, hey, I'm not dating. She never says any of that.
And also, it's not like she's above asking for a handout. She literally went to her brothers being like, can I have money? I just think that this idea of being like, no, I don't. And her being like, I can't. It's not even like she's giving the I can't date. I need to focus on being a good mom. Because I'm like, you're not really doing that. So you have the time to date.
If it was something where and it's not like she's like a teen mother. This is a 40-year-old woman with a 16-year-old.
And it's not like she's a new widow.
Right. So if there was something to we didn't need the whole thing of her just being a single mom. We just need a why she's so against dating that we never got a solid answer.
No, and there's this implication that she's got these walls up, and I'm like, no, you don't. There are no walls for him to scale. You're just not interested until you find out he's rich. And I would have rather them play into that more.
Right.
But as opposed to being I guess now I'll finally let my true feelings out, which is that I do like him. And I was like, okay. That makes no sense.
Yeah. I think part of that was she didn't want him to find out that she was Santa. But again, this is not a strong enough case.
No. So if you had a local band that would make this much, who would your local band be?
Okay. So there's either these guys that I was in high school with. I forgot the name of their band. But they we would pay to go see them play. We had to pay extra money because we were underage, but they would be playing at this thing. And then also my friend Sarah, but this was more because I didn't meet her till we were in college, but he had a couple band, her boyfriend then, who she's back with now. She kind of had that that moment
Hey, it can all come around.
that holiday moment of moving back to your small hometown and getting back with your
Yep. And he owns an inn where they only make hot chocolate.
He works at a local radio station, I believe. But it's
Melissa, that is a plot of multiple Christmas movies.
She is a doctor who moves back home to a small town with her small child, and he works at the local radio station. And they got back together.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is so funny. I've watched that movie. I've watched various iterations. I've watched the white version of that movie, and I've watched the black version of that movie.
And this would be the Iranian version of that movie, and then he's white. But
haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
I literally, there's two that I have seen that are exactly that plot. And one of them, they have kids. The other one, they don't.
So, so Yeah, his band, who, like, we would go, she and I would go and then, like, buy CDs, and sometimes we'd help sell T-shirts and stuff. So, yeah,
They must have been
one
really
of
hot.
those two things.
Was there any famous bands that came out of your area? No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I was going to say, I asked Mods what would his be, and he was like, unfortunately, probably 303.
Or Machine Gun Kelly.
No, he's not a band. He doesn't count. And that would be, Mods would be like, shut the fuck up. And then who else? But it wouldn't be, I think 303, like, I don't know if they went to his high school. And then there's
I like
another
303,
one.
though.
Me
Can't
too.
deny
He
it.
hates it.
I'm sure. When it's like your hometown thing,
Mhm.
you don't like them.
And then one of them went to a different school, went to like a school where he said everyone was like stuck up and they were dicks. And I think that's the Fray, I think. But mine would be, there'd be so many options for us. Tupac, like, who do you want it to be? Like, ours would be great. But like, the vibe that they're giving here is that like this, she is Tupac. Like, they're not giving that she is 303. Like, it's like when, and it's not like she like, it's not like she's like Marshmallow, where she performed with a mask on or something like that.
He looked at, which I didn't think that photo looked anything like her, but he
No.
looked at that album and was like, this is you.
And then like the second that they like announce her name and like the whole like bar like looks like she's here, and I was like, I'm sorry, huh? This is
But
a
like,
local.
she's here all the time.
And,
she
like-
walks around your little town. Nobody has stopped her before.
No, and I'm just like, wait, why are we like they're acting like they just found out that Tupac is Tupac, and I was like,
Right.
what do you mean?
But it's like local celebrities walk around and don't get like her like.
Yeah, even if she was that
Yeah,
famous, they would have been desensitized. You're right.
Yeah, like nobody would care.
Yeah,
Maybe they were shocked because they thought she was actually agreeing to get up to sing. Like, what is the trauma behind her singing? What is that?
I'm addicted
That is something
to
that we should have got into. Maybe the father of her baby was somebody that was in the band. Why was that not said?
Well, the whole thing that she was like, I just like, you know, I got so close to this thing that I thought was gonna work out for me. It was my dream and it didn't work. And like, it's like too hard. It's like Dancer. It's like Save the Last Dancer. She's like, I can't even talk about ballet, but all I want everyone to do is ask me about ballet.
But the Save the Last Dance, her mother died.
That's
That
what I'm
is
saying.
the
Like,
trauma. What
there
is the
has
trauma
to
with
be-
this?
There, and like the fact that you never told your kid, that's probably that's your dad. You see a picture and you go, that's half my face. Something, there needed to be something. And this man's obsession with getting her to perform, I was like, this is so weird. Like, it's so weird. And he was like, you're the reason why I play guitar. And I'm like, there's no way a local band did numbers like this.
What I was getting out of this is like, you were on the poster in my room.
Oh, she
and
was a
I
Carmen
jacked
Electra.
off, and I jacked off to you. And he's just trying to relive that fantasy.
Yeah, she was the Carmen Electra poster. But like, I need to understand how famous. Like, were you in Tiger Beat? Were you in Rolling Stone? Or were you in like the Daily Gazette?
Right.
Like, and also like this billionaire son who like, I'm sure at his Sweet 16, he had like, I don't know who's old and he had MC Hammer perform.
Right.
Like, you could have had.
He's not that old.
I was gonna say Tyga, and I said that's wrong. And
No,
then I
would be
I
like
overshot.
It would be like having like Destiny's Child before they were Destiny's Child. Like that would be.
No, I'm saying, but like if he's rich, like if he had like if he's a billionaire, then he would have had like a My Super Sweet 16 level performance.
Yeah.
So who would have been that? Like not Jay-Z. He's too old.
Jay-Z but it could have been Jay-Z. Like it could have been because Jay-Z was
Jay-Z
out
got
at the
famous.
town.
Yeah, you're right. He was famous at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, wait, there's just no way that this worldly man is like so deeply impressed by like pussy power girl.
That's
power
why I think
kitten
she was
song.
on his wall. But
From
also
what? A cutout of the Daily Gazette?
Yeah, but like I think he went to the local areas.
Yeah.
They were selling posters, but I'm also in real life she is a couple years older than him. So maybe she was like that older girl that he didn't actually like talk to.
Okay.
But again,
then you could have just made her the hot cheerleader.
Put that in the show. Like, give us the context.
No, the whole thing, and we're gonna lead up to like the entire reason they had to include music, which is fucking insane to me. By that, we'll get to that at the end. Then we get to a moment that I think is irredeemable, and this is why I'm like, I think she needs to like repent for her sins. Like, I'm not even religious, but I was like, you need to go to like mom school because like this is the worst thing ever.
Up to?
The bully decides to heckle Santa as Santa walks by, like, sub-fat. Yes. So, like, there's to be the North Pole, loser.
We also skipped over, after the stars, she then helps a child that has a stutter, say what they want for Christmas by everyone singing, because she read a study that singing helps with stuttering, which facts, but like that was also a reason why they wanted the singing element of
for
this.
sure, but also like outside of your scope, like outside of your scope.
Like, I don't understand. Like, wouldn't the children's parents already know that?
Yes. The child would already know that.
Yes.
So
then
insanity.
This part.
Then we get the bully has heckled Santa, saying, "Hey, fatso, run him wild." Like, it's insane. This level of like
the child
bullying.
The 16-year-old.
The child is bullying. So Santa says, "Let me pull up a chair," and then starts like spouting facts off about her life. And she's like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "I'm Santa," which I
thought that was funny, to be honest.
It was funny, but like I have so much confusion because like I wish we could start every one of these movies with like, please explain, like, does Santa exist in this realm, in this universe? Because like there are like the kids are like 16 being like, yeah, that's Santa. Like, they don't seem to like not believe that it's Santa, or they're actively participating in a way that like feels like maybe they're still holding out a little bit of hope. Like, it's just odd.
Was it this child or her child that says
Santa?
No, that says, "I never believed in Santa"? Was it? It was this girl, right?
Oh, I don't remember, but someone did say that.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what she said when Santa went to go sit down when Hugh-Man went to go sit down. She was like, "I don't believe in Santa." And then I think that there was just like, because Hugh-Man was saying these things, then she just fed into it.
Well, and it's just so odd to me because I'm like, why are we letting this, if we don't believe in Santa in this universe, why are we letting this seemingly random old man without a background check talk to these children when he's not being supervised? Which he should be supervised, because then, I guess she should be supervised, because then she says to the bully, after the bully has revealed that, like, you know, her parents are divorced, her mom moved here for work, and so she's really busy, and like it's been really hard, and like, you know, she got kicked out of snowboarding lessons because she was bullying this girl. Whatever. Then Santa says, "I know somebody who's never even met their dad, Zoe." And I go, I'm sorry, you just told your child's bully
That's
that.
exactly what
By
I
the
thought.
way, Zoe does never even met her fucking dad.
Like, you're just giving more ammunition.
Oh my God.
To the bully.
Like, and you said it like, hey,
somebody's got a worse off than you.
Your parents got divorced? My kids never even met her fucking, doesn't even know who he is. I was like, oh my God. Like, thank God that this girl, I don't know what was going on. Her bullying ended quite quickly after her conversation with Santa.
She's like, relatable. Okay.
You gave her the most insane ammo that is like so deeply painful. And also, by the way, you're the one who hasn't told your fucking kid about her dad. And you know what your kid's gonna do when someone's bullying about the dad? "Mom, tell me about my dad." And now you have to deal with the consequences. I was like, to me, I was like, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And also, like, it also sounded like you're making fun of your kid.
Yeah.
Because you're like, she doesn't even have a dad. What? I'm sorry. That's the person you made the baby with, motherfucker. Insane fucking work to me. And then I wrote down a quote. I don't know who said it, but I loved it. The man in red making all this. Oh, it was the man's boss, like the big head honcho, who said,
Matthew's
you got to meet the man in red making all this green. Like, great line. Great line.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
In Walmart's Newville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Newville, East, West, South, and North could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart? Who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
Okay, Chad. Today you're gonna drive the all-electric Toyota BZ.
But my electric vehicle phobia. I'm not ready, Dr. Ross.
I believe in you.
Oh my gosh. We're inside it.
Try to take deep breaths, okay?
The ventilated seats, they're touching me.
You can do this, Chad. Drive the car. How do you feel, Chad?
I feel cured. Woohoo! I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
The all-electric BZ. One drive can change your mind. Toyota. Let's go places.
There was also a part where this is when Santa made his debut that Matthew's like, I'm not a good speaker. And then they pull why is there a big lever out there where they pull the lights to turn the lights on? And then Matthew and Santa fall on top of each other, which, again,
gay.
Okay. But one, why is there a lever? But two, why are you seeing this as a screw up by your son when you have a lever out here? Like, how is this showing that, oh, my son's such a screw up?
I don't fucking know.
He pulled a lever. The
Why is there
lever
a lever?
got stuck. Blame the people that set this whole system in place.
This is a scheme set up by Todd.
Which now that saying has so much meaning to it since they are getting a divorce.
Yeah. So
it actually was a scheme.
It was. All of it was.
Mama Joyce was right.
Now we get to what I would say is the crux of this movie, where you think that this movie has been adults making bad decisions, and then we get into the most reckless of adult making decisions ever. So we have the classic moment that has to happen where the person who is pretending to be someone needs to be in two places at once. She shows up as her, walks in a sparkly red dress saying, I don't even fit in here. Girl, what? Why are you wearing that dress? Where'd you get that dress?
Did she not go shopping for the dress?
Did I miss that? I watched that part twice.
Oh.
But maybe she did go shopping, but also save the money.
But also in this moment, she was asked by him to go on. No, she wasn't even asked.
She
invited herself to go on the date to him to a Christmas party.
To a work holiday party.
Know that you are Santa Claus. Why did it not go through your head that this is where I need to clock in?
Especially if you are seemingly a gig worker who's actually getting a full-time discount on your scholarship. Like, you're above and beyond. Like, I'm going to invite myself to this man's work holiday party where I also happen to work.
Right.
You think you're not going to have to go to the party? She also sends him to ask him. She sends him hot chocolate from his own hotel. And I go, he's paying for that.
Yeah. But I get the gesture. In the their initial meet cute, he invited her to get hot chocolate.
Have you ever had a man invite you for hot chocolate?
No.
It's the way I'm like, this is such a line. Like, this is such a you saw Chris's movie once and you're like,
yes. The way that he did it too is like, do you know where I could get hot chocolate?
A good cup of hot chocolate.
You grew up here.
I mean, also, but I don't know. This is like a snowy tourist mountain town anywhere. I'm sure anywhere you could get. It'd be more understandable if you're like, where I can get like a matcha hot chocolate with oat milk. Yeah, maybe that's a little more niche.
Right.
So in order to be in two places at once, her solution is, she's like, I figured it out. And to figure it out is, I'm just going to do it.
Not saying, hey, I'm going to say that I'm sick to him. And this is another way where I was like, okay, are we setting up, you have to go on this date this night. Are we setting this up because, this is my future meal ticket? Or because the holiday season is coming to an end? And if so, let's lean into this. Like, this is a rich man. I need money. There's no
Exactly.
shame in that. Your daughter was fine with you doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, she thought you had already been doing it for a
Right.
while, seemingly.
And you actually like him, which makes it even better.
Much easier. Much
Yeah.
easier. But no. Of course, we have to make this harder.
Mm-hmm.
So the solution is to bring her gay brothers, one to guard the door of the bathroom and the other to help her change
Yes,
in and
and this
out.
is why I think this is her. That one is her actual brother, the one that's in the bathroom style.
Okay.
Because the same one asked for money, same one helping her change.
Okay. She does the back and forth. Of course, we have the like, oh, something's on your, what is that on you? And it's like a remnant of Santa on her when she's playing the different versions of herself.
But doesn't make sense because she pulls off a mask later.
No.
So it still doesn't track.
It makes no sense. And then we get to where I would say is one of the gayest things I've ever seen in a holiday movie. And I watch gay holiday movies. And it is what I can only describe as Tom cruising in the bathroom of his hotel. He walks into the bathroom. First, he sees like a man who is like somewhat guarding. And then I literally watched it multiple times. So he overhears some teenage snowboarders, her brother's husband. He overhears some teenagers snowboarders who hear that Stephen King is in the lounge, and he goes, I love special effects makeup. I must go stop my post and go see if Stephen King is there. And I was like, it's your first day on Earth? Like, what? And also, are you successful at this or are you not? And like, what are we doing here? And so for a while, I did think initially it was supposed to be like some like hot guy name. And then they were like, oh, that sounds reductive, that he's just like going to be like, oh, a hot man. So like, let's have it be Stephen. I was like, Stephen King? Not Guillermo del Toro? Like, I don't know.
Right. Like setting it up to be somebody that like specifically works with a lot of special effects, or letting us know earlier in the film that he loves Stephen King. Like, we see him always like, come help with these prosthetics. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of this book. Like something.
No, I literally, I was like, are they talking about a different, I was like, Stephen King, and I like could not wrap my head around it because like my mind doesn't go to special effects immediately at all. And I was like, even in the context, I was like, okay. So he abandons his post, and Tom, I will keep calling him Tom. I'm sorry. That's the only name. Matthew ends up in the bathroom, and he hears what he interprets and can only be interpreted as sex noises and multiple people. And he decides to get on his hands and knees
disgusting
on the bathroom floor and look under the stall to watch. He then sees that it's Santa's feet, and then he gets a little lower to get a closer look.
Yep. And I appreciated in this moment the director saying, make sure that when he's down here, make sure that you're face towards the wall. So then it does read as gay man.
It reads like you're
getting railed.
Getting fucking railed. And he has this look of surprise,
but interested.
And not trying to stop it. And like, this is where, again, I'm going to give this man his flowers for acting. He's really playing all of the layers. I don't know if they asked him to play the like questioning your sexuality layer, but he is. And it's how it should be. In this script, there's no other way to interpret it. So he
looks a little hurt too.
No, that's actually the overarching emotion on his face, is he looks betrayed. He looks a little bit betrayed that Hugh Man is getting his bells jingled
Getting
by some other man.
Halls
in
decked.
There. And he waits for him to be done to then walk back to the room with him, which again, I'm like, no, that's someone who's interested. And then
doesn't get mad that he's getting cracked on the job either.
No, which I was like, honestly, an ally. I love that. But again, I think he started as an ally. I don't know if that's the letter we're ending it on, and I don't know if that's the letter that he's identifying with in this current moment. So then we get to Santa's back. It's Santa's time to shine. Instead of work in the room at the party, Santa got his bells jingled, and now it's time for Santa to, which again, I'm like, and now that you're just gonna like this man without a background check who just had sex in the bathroom, you're now gonna be like, okay, kids off on his lap.
Didn't have any time to clean up.
No, it was in a stall of the bathroom.
Meanwhile, Tia is plotting.
Oh my God. And this is where I was like, okay, this is a competition of adults making bad decisions. So she thinks it's a perfect time
while children are around
to expose Santa and start with saying, Santa's not this, he's a fraud. And like, no, I'm Santa. And then she goes, no, that's not what I mean. And I was like, oh, okay, she's going to shield the kids from this. And then she goes, no. Santa's not real and this man is not real. It was, and the kids have no reaction on the faces. And I was like, someone tell the background actors to do something. I was like, girl, do not ruin it for the fucking kids. I was shocked that it took that turn.
Honestly, like, I understand her anger that this Nepo kid came in and swooped in and changed her job. But, like, none of the action, like, you should lose your job because you were the one that was in charge of hiring Santa Claus and you didn't do a proper background check. HR didn't notify you that, hey, there's a woman filling out this application. Like, nobody said anything, got her picture taken and everything.
But also, like, ma'am, like, you should have figured that when you started snooping and found this, you should have done everything. You should have covered your tracks and your ass, not, like, expose this publicly because, again, like you said, you're the only one at fault.
Yeah.
You're the one who fucked this up.
You also lied to him about, which he already knew, you lied to him about what time the meeting was when it was time to hire Santa. Like, she found the email that said, hey, it did say 4:00. You lied to me. Like, you don't, neither one of you need this job.
No,
You're both bad at your jobs.
And she's trying to, like, cover her ass, but...
And blames it on him.
Then, as she's about to reveal that she's actually Santa, we have someone who runs in.
But not even saying that. She just says that Santa, it's not even that. It's not that she's revealing that she's Santa. She's saying that Santa is committing fraud and saying that Santa is this woman.
Yeah. No, she doesn't even say Santa's this woman. She said Santa is conspiring with this woman and using her social security card. And I was like, okay, Tia, you got so close. And then we just really didn't nail it. And then we get an employee who runs in, essentially being like, does anyone drive a blue Kia? But is there someone named here? Someone here with this name? Someone here with this name? It's an emergency. Your daughter Zoe was in a snowboarding accident, or your daughter's in a snowboarding accident, and immediately drops the Santa voice and goes, Zoe, and jumps up, and they're all like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I was like, maybe Zoe said that my mom is on a date.
Because I was like, how would they know?
I think it was. I think Zoe had, because Zoe was talking. It's not like she was unconscious.
Which, by the way, if you say it's a serious snowboarding accident, I think you're paralyzed.
She had on a neck brace, so. But then the next scene, she's up walking perfectly fine
with a sling on her arm.
Yeah. So, I think Zoe said my mom's at the party because they would have come together, right?
Yeah. Who's driving Zoe to snowboarding camp?
In the van.
I hate that van.
Yeah, she's in a unmarked white van.
The back window of the van is busted.
Yeah.
One of them.
Oh, we also missed that the one day Santa came home dressed in Santa and the landlord came out and is flirting with Santa and it's like, let's fuck, essentially.
Let's fuck in the back of your van.
Yeah. And at one point, the landlord goes to Taylor while because Taylor's with Zoe.
She says that she's Taylor's dad.
Yeah, yep. Says that she's Taylor's dad. So then the landlord goes and is like, thank you for paying your rent on time for once. But also, where's your dad? Like, she's like, I don't really care about the rent. Where's your dad?
Your dad can pay me for rent through sexual favor.
And she's clearly into it and said something about like, yeah, your mom's dead or something. And Zoe's like, grandma's fine.
Yep.
And almost busts the cover in that moment.
So she runs out, and I have to say, I'm just so thankful that the editors kept that clip of her running in that Santa suit.
Yeah,
because
it's so good. It's so good.
It's so not practical. And like, there's a reason why Santa's never shown running. Because like, when you, not only does the belly jiggle like a bowl full of jelly, everything is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
And it adds like such wonderful comedy. And also like, how big is this resort? Like, don't you have a little mobile to like take you somewhere or whatever? And we then find out that who is escorting Zoe to the paramedics and all that stuff as she's on the stretcher is none other than her bully, who is panicked, so worried, all that. And she's talking to Zoe's mom, who's Taylor, our Santa, Hugh Man. She's talking to Hugh Man, being like, she fell from here. She tried a really hard trick and she landed badly or whatever. And she's also freaking out. And then we hear her go, Mom. And who comes running? Tia.
Mm-hmm.
Tia is her mom. Tia is the mom who's so obsessed with work and so engrossed with work that she has no time for her daughter, and her daughter is lashing out and feeling unheard.
I was actually surprised by this.
No, I was annoyed at myself that I didn't think about it.
Yep.
And Mott's like immediately was like, well, that's Tia's kid before that. And I was like, because I watched the end of the movie before he did. And he was like, wait. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, they haven't revealed that yet. He goes, well, he was like, she's talking about how her mom is like working too much. And I don't know if you've noticed, every other person in this movie is white. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's definitely wrong. And I said, I'm being real with you. Did not pick up on that.
I missed it.
I fully missed it.
I did. So it was a good reveal for me.
Me too. I was like, oh. I was delighted that I was surprised. Because I'm very rarely not predicting it.
First time I was surprised in this film. And I liked it. It was a delightful surprise.
And they I would say they could do it again. I also thought the girl who played the bully was good. So I think they could play mother-daughter again. Like they don't look like, oh, that looks like her identical twin, but like they have they've got, it was believable.
Yeah.
And then of course as Santa
is freaking out, talking, she's like, Zoe's like, why do you sound like my mom? Which Santa? If she had a head injury, I understand.
No, and I'm like, okay. So then Matthew is there and everybody's like being like, what's going on? And in this moment, she takes. By the way, the paramedics are like, we'll just hold her on the stretcher for a little bit, and like while you do this reveal, because I'm like, put her on, you gotta go.
But it's because she needs a parent to go with her.
Oh, and they won't let her go with Santa, despite the fact that she can just have kids on her lap with that background check for sure. Paramedics are like, no, we actually have standards.
Yeah,
and so she now must do the face swap reveal, where she lifts up the prosthetic face mask. And does the hair shake? Hair's down, by the way.
And hair looks
not even
great.
braided. Not even braided.
How was it inside that mask?
No, not even sweaty. There's no glue. There's no smudge. Nothing. And she reveals just a little head shake. And he's like, oh my God. And everyone's like, oh my God. And then, of course, all of the people at the resort start filming. And I go, why do we care about this? And, of course, it goes
I didn't understand.
Viral online
I didn't understand any of this. Why do people care that Santa is a woman? Like, Santa is not real. We all know this. Santa's not real. Santa is an actor. Why is this a shock? I could understand if this movie was filmed maybe 50 years ago, and this might be shocking, because why is a woman dressing up as a man? But why is this going viral?
I am like, I have no idea. And also, like, I think that, like, people from all over are coming to see our Santa. And I'm like, I really don't believe that. But beyond that, even if I'm buying into it in this universe. That is what's happening in this universe. I don't think that the teenagers who are snowboarding are those people who are then filming to be like, I gotta put this online. This is gonna go viral. Like, it's like that fucking elf at Disneyland. Like, that's not what's gonna happen.
And also, with this, she already had the mask off when they started filming. Because why would they just be filming Santa talking to a young girl in the ambulance?
Great point.
She already had the mask off. So anybody seeing this online would just be like, okay, that lady has on a Santa costume.
Yeah.
It didn't track.
No, it's a really good point. But they had to have her go viral for no reason. I can't stand when they just make someone go viral in a movie it does not move the plot forward. They're like, yeah, it went viral. And it's like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, you can just be embarrassed without going viral, by the way.
You could just be embarrassed because you were sitting there in a Santa costume and you took off
in front of
your
crush. You could just be embarrassed because that was your crush.
Yep.
You don't have to go viral for this. Like, that makes it's so stupid. They do it all the fucking time.
Sparkle throughout the night with Born in Roma fragrances by Valentino Beauty. Each bottle holds the energy of Rome after dark. Donna Born in Roma blends luxurious jasmine with rich, creamy vanilla. creating a sensual and vibrant signature scent. Uomo Born in Roma fuses aromatic sage and smoked vetiver, leaving a lasting impression that lingers well into the early hours. Shop Born in Roma by Valentino Beauty now at Ulta.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
This is Jason Momoa, and I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/fees-info. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
Then we get to the ending of this movie was so fucking weird.
I hated it. I hated it so much.
So they had what was the ceremony? Because like they give it like a tree lighting vibe, and I go, it's the end of the holidays. The tree should have been lit.
Yeah, I think they were just wrapping up the winter holiday.
So they're whatever that is, and
but it's actually not even the end because they celebrate Christmas after this. So it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that was 1 year later, I think.
Oh, was it? I don't think it was because she still had the sling on.
Oh my God,
I think it was just days later.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh yeah, because Maud said that's a little too soon to spend Christmas together.
Yes.
I was like, that's a really good point. And also, why didn't they spend it at the rich people's house? Anyway.
I know. I was going to say that after this. Okay, so let's talk about this end of the season ceremony
thing,
is.
Whatever. And so basically, he covers for Tia. Matthew covers for Tia about like the background check and all that stuff. He takes the blame for it. She's aghast, and I'm like, okay. I think he views you as you're also a single mom, and you need this job. And he's a billionaire. He's like, whatever, nothing bad's gonna happen to me. So he takes the fall for it, so she doesn't get fired.
And he's used to being on the shit list anyway.
Always. And so she's like very appreciative of it, and then is like, you know what? I've actually changed my entire heart with this. I'm going to help you be trained for this job and prepare you for this and all that stuff. So you're going to deliver the speech at this fucking random ass ceremony with 15 people in the audience. And so for some reason, Zoe, who has recently had a traumatic brain injury, and her mother, who was recently seemingly fired with cause from this, decide to go, which is shocking. And then not only that, Zoe is taking after her mother and giving horrible advice and says, Mom, go up on stage.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
There's also a band there. The same band that was at the restaurant that they went to for.
I had to ask Mats, and I say, do we know who they are? Because like they're like deeply middle-aged. And Mats was like, I think he's like, they're the Smashing Pumpkins. I go, oh, that makes sense. He goes, I'm kidding. And I was like,
no, it's not the Smashing Pumpkins.
Because
but
it
that
has
drummer,
that energy.
Yes, they kept showing the drummer and giving him just like one-liners, like, this is somebody we should know.
It was like Steven Tyler in Lizzie McGuire performing for Christmas. Like I was like, am I supposed to know this man? Like that was the whole vibe they were giving, and I was like, maybe it's the actress's husband. Like he's in like it was he kept getting all these weird cameos. So Matthew delivers his whole speech, blah blah blah, whatever, forgettable, and then Zoe encourages her to get up on stage, and she gets up on stage in front of the microphone. And like apologizes, but also like flirts with him, like just to kind of like tie up the loose ends or whatever. And he doesn't really need much convincing at all, because I will say he did look a little disappointed that he wasn't going to be able to explore both sides of him and his entire spectrum of his sexuality.
But this man is smitten. He's been
Yeah.
smitten with this woman since jacking off to her when he was 15.
But he does take the opportunity to say that he does miss Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get into the Hugh-you paradox, where we're just doing plays on the name Hugh and the plays on you, and how the fact that you and Hugh, as he's talking to her, are the same person. And then we end it with him gesturing to the featured extra musician,
Mm-hmm.
asking her to perform a song. And I'm like, okay, this is why they did all of this, to perform a song in the end. They do like a duet or whatever, and like this is why, like it, everything was leading up to this. And then I Googled, and you will not believe, she doesn't sing in this whole movie.
Yeah.
So it's not that they like hired Alicia Keys or Brandy in that other Christmas movie that I like. Brandy, who's there, it's like, okay, we can't have Brandy in a Christmas movie without her singing. Let's find a way for her to sing. You made a movie with a girl who does not sing, and one of the useless plot points is singing, and you're gonna hire someone else to do the singing. Hire someone who does these movies who also sings. Brandy did one of your movies. Hire Brandy. Like, why did we hire this woman who isn't even singing?
I think it was just a lot of favors. This was a Netflix film directed by that man that directs all those movies that you like. The Princess Switching.
Oh, I love that. That's a fucking great movie.
Yeah, so I just think they were just like, go down the Netflix roster.
And the Hudge is out of commission because she's having
Or
a baby.
they could have had Tia play the lead role, and she can sing.
There are I was just when I found out that like we did all this useless singing only for her not to even be the singer.
Yeah, I mean,
was like,
it was so obvious. She couldn't play guitar, which was very obvious.
she also got the lyrics wrong.
She got into, there was a point during the film where she sits in her closet and takes out her guitar, which wasn't hidden. So do you just have it so your daughter can't go into that closet?
No, she doesn't know there's more than one coat that she can wear.
But like, she's playing maybe 3 chords, and I was like, you couldn't even learn those 3 chords? That's how unmusical you are?
No, it was shocking to me. Like, just pick another skill. Like, it could have been anything. They're like, it didn't need to be music. And like, I don't even know if he sings. Maybe, but like, I just, there are more actors who can sing than who can't. Like, and like, she might be able to like sing, but she doesn't have the confidence to do it for the movie. Like, carry a tune in an ensemble versus like have a solo. But like, I just don't understand the point. Like, we could have just changed the premise of that. But I will say I did walk away from this with a deeper revelation that is like way deeper than I would have thought from this movie, that like I will, to be perfectly honest, like I think I will think about like this will stick with me forever. And this movie brought me there. I don't know if I would have gotten there without it. And I don't even know if that was their intention.
It's so funny to me that they're brought together by their love of music, but like it's just odd. Like that whole situation was odd. Without going, like, say that he had a crush on her. Like,
totally. I think it would have made more sense if she was like the hot popular girl in the same high school. He was younger. He thought she was so cool.
So then we end by, it's Christmas at her apartment, instead of going to her brother's apartment, instead of going to the hotel. Like, you had the hotel set, but they needed that for the next setup. So who's all there? We've got Taylor, Zoe, her brothers, Matthew, and his father. They're there. They're talking about things that could have been announced at the holiday thing, like Tia's got a job promotion, blah, blah, blah. And how I thought this would end would be like, the father's like, because he's old, he's like, I'm retiring, Tia can have my job. That seems like how you should end this. But she's still working underneath the son. So they're announcing that she's been promoted, but I think they're like whatever. I forgot, but whatever. And then looking around, the father is talking about how he's sad that his wife had died a few years ago, and he had promised, not even a few years ago, it's been a while, because
he
she
died
was
when he was 16.
Yeah, 16, because he was like, I thought the way to take care of you was to throw money at it instead of actually raising you.
And I'm sorry, it took over 30 years of doing that, and it wasn't working. And you said, if I just toss a little more money, maybe this time it'll work.
So sad. So then that inspires Taylor to be like, you know who else is lonely? My landlord. So then she goes to get the landlord, invites her over. The landlord is mad about the dad not being Santa. Or not even existing, that she was Santa, and is a little embarrassed that she threw herself there. And so Taylor's like, and she's talking about, she doesn't say it, but it's implied that she's lonely. Taylor then invites her over and knows, she doesn't even introduce them to each other. She just knows that the landlady is horny and this man is lonely.
And there's another old white man.
Yes, and just is like, okay, they'll find each other. Didn't even introduce them to each other. And then the landlord goes over and introduces herself. So we're supposed to get this implied thing that they're together now, too.
I also have to say that, like, billionaire absentee father who, like, did not help his son at all through his mother passing and has made, like, all of these, like, mountains of money. I'm a little shocked that he is, like, just gung-ho and happy to spend Christmas in a tiny little apartment with the lights being threatened to be shut down, and is also, like, fine with them. Like, I would have been like, they would have been much more believable to me that he was like, I want to have everyone over for Christmas, and I'm turning over a new leaf, like, as, like, the dad doing that. But, like, him just, like, sitting on her tiny, like, Wayfair couch, I was like, this is insane.
And
like,
also,
they don't have room
like,
for this.
Their parents, Taylor and her brother's parents, were like, we're not coming to Christmas with
And
you
also,
either.
like, I'm sorry, why are you having the only, like, why is this kid spending their Christmas with, like, all these random adult men? Like, why is she spending Christmas, like, the guy that your mom started today because, oh, she also asked Santa, Santa, what's your wish for Christmas? For my mom to get a boyfriend? Cold. Fucking cold. Like, you want to spend it with, like, your mom's boyfriend of 2 days and his dad?
Unless daughter is, like, also seeing money, money, money.
Yeah, but apparently the mom can't even do that. I'm sure she's like, I'm still going to play Santa every year.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a job. Well, they gave her a job, too. She also got a job at the hotel in charge of children's activities.
Oh, yeah. Which, by the way, I thought you could bake. Like, what happened to that? Also,
but was she actually a baker, though? I think
no, she was a meddler.
She was product quality, yeah, QA. She was doing quality assurance. So now, because she's good with children, she's in charge of children's activities at the hotel.
I, in fact, do think you need a degree in child development for that, but happy for them. So I will say the ending of this movie was deeply lackluster, but I walked away with, like, I can't believe I, like, learned this lesson from it.
Okay.
And it's my thesis statement, which is Santa is a mom. Like, Santa's not a dad. Santa's a mom. And, like, even the people talk about it now of being, like, moms make the magic. Like, moms make the Christmas magic. They make the holiday magic. They do those kinds of things and go above and beyond to create that kind of a thing. So, like, I think all Santas should be women in prosthetics. Like, that makes far more sense to me than Santa being a man who, in different lore, falls off a roof and, like, stumbles into a job where he just is controlling all of these children workers.
Are you talking about the Santa Claus?
Yes.
I was like, I've never heard this lore with Santa, but you're talking about specifically the Santa Claus
like, in different
movie.
movies, like, it's all these, like, men who stumble into this role and, like, Mrs. Claus is usually pulling all the strings or dealing with his emotions and all of that kind of stuff. Like, when in reality, the Santa who is, like, making it across the globe in one day, like, that is a woman in prosthetics.
Yeah.
Like, that is the same tenacity and, like, a wig. Like, Santa needs a wig for powers because I think of that person who did that car chase who was getting away with it and then their wig fell off and then, like, that's when things started getting bad. Like, I just think that, like, there is power in intentional deception.
And with this, when we're talking about, you know, women doing a better job in car chases, and that was a man with a wig on. But there was that woman that made it all the way to Mexico.
Yep.
In the car chase. And that's the first one I've ever seen get away.
Oh, what about the one who escaped into the Universal parking lot and they said we can't try, we can't even figure out?
I missed that one.
Oh yeah, escaped into the. They were like, oh no, she's making a run for the Universal parking structure, and like the newscasters were like, I don't know how they're gonna find her after that, and like it's like they literally like stopped at the entrance and they're like, we can't, we're not gonna be able to find her here.
Brilliant, but women.
Yeah, women. Like, I just think in general, like, women, and it makes so much more sense that, like, the Christmas magic, well, how is it that, like, in real life, we talk about women make the magic of the holidays, women make the magic of Christmas, and then Santa gets all the credit? No, Santa's most definitely a mom. So, that's what this movie taught me, and I'm like, I kind of think this is true forever now.
This movie taught me that actually it didn't teach me anything.
Not anything.
It didn't teach me anything.
It
taught me what not to do.
Yeah, I will say that this is...
Yeah. What it taught me is what not to do, and I mentioned every other aspect of what she could have done during this discussion.
It also taught me that, like, it's kind of hard to fuck up your kid, because, like, Zoe seems to be cool with the fact that her mom is just not doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems to be pretty normal with it.
Yeah.
But, I wanted to find him blonde to show you. You never watched the new 90210, did you?
No.
You watched Black Klansman?
No.
You ever saw that? He's in that.
He has.
That's always what he plays.
Blonde?
What?
Is he just not a blonde man?
Who are you talking about?
The lead, Matthew.
Why do you think he's blonde?
He just gave me blonde energy. I've never thought that he was not blonde. Was he not blonde in this movie?
No, he's never been blonde. And that's why I specifically called out when he is in Cross and he dyes his hair blonde and it's like really fucking scary. He becomes even more evil.
Mm. Oh, I see this picture on his IMDb.
Yeah, no, he actually, like, he's brunette on the top of his head as well as his chin and above his lips.
He gives me blonde face. He has a blonde face.
Oh, he does have a blonde face. If you shave that man, it's entirely blonde face.
Yeah, I feel like this was a man that was blonde when he was a child.
Oh, totally. I would bet that. I would feel confident in that. The bleached hair he had was crazy. But he always plays, like, literally until the movie ended, Mats was, like, not entirely convinced that he wasn't going to, like, kill someone. Because that's always the role he plays. So I do have, like we said, I've got so many questions why he was drawn to this role. But
yeah, his hair was lighter, like, even in his teens. So, yeah, he definitely had blonde hair at some point. Okay.
New Amsterdam had a lot of episodes.
Yeah, it was on for a while. I just never was interested.
He was in as many episodes as that as he was The Blacklist. That's crazy.
He was the lead of New Amsterdam. Like, that show was on for a long time. And I might have watched it, maybe, but the announcer man that always talked about it always just sounded sad when he was talking. They needed somebody else in the commercials talking about it.
Yeah, I understand.
He just sounded really sad. And I said, is this a sad show? I don't know.
Well, and sad doctor shows are really sad.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. He only plays like absolute freaks.
But I don't think he was a freak in New Amsterdam. I think he was just a doctor.
Oh, I always assume in a lot of those doctor shows the men are like egomaniacs. No, I always think they're like House.
No.
Well, I know him from The Blacklist, and I also know him from being a white supremacist in Black Klansman, and being like a really annoying boyfriend in 90210.
And what's ironic about that is that he is Jewish.
Yeah. It was him and Topher Grace. Topher Grace played David Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, this was when I was producing Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood, so I know everything that happens in the film as it is. So, because they gave their movie reviews for like 2.5 hours.
Oh, damn.
So I know it was as long as the movie, so I know everything that happens, and I was like, I don't need to see it now.
So that was my Secret Santa, everybody. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you want us to do next week.
No, they aren't let us know. It's my turn to pick, and I already have the decision made.
Oh, what's your decision? I love that.
We're going to watch a movie starring Whitney Houston and Denzel Washington called The Preacher's Wife.
Ooh, that's not a Christmas movie. This is going to be a fun break.
It takes place in the wintertime. It takes place in the wintertime.
Oh, I'm fine with I will take anything that has like even like one scene that's like winter that I'm like, this is a Christmas movie now.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. That's what we're watching. What do you rate this one?
I rate this movie 1 gay Santa and 3 cups of horny hot cocoa.
I'll rate this movie 8 big dick candy canes.
Yeah.
And 2 poor snowboards. All right. Bye.
Bye.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
My name is Percy Jackson. Getting in trouble is like breathing for me.
The hit series returns to Disney Plus and Hulu.
The danger is greater than you can possibly imagine.
What about Grover? Save Grover. Save camp.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians. New season now on Disney Plus and Hulu. Learn more at disneyplus.com/whatson.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
If you love those, wait, what? Moments, you'll love Something You Should Know. I'm Mike Carruthers, and on my podcast, we explore the fascinating ideas hiding in plain sight, like how elevators change the entire world, how gravity affects your health more than you think, or how to instantly become a better conversationalist. Each episode is fast, fun, and full of insight you'll want to share. So give it a try. Search for Something You Should Know wherever you get your podcasts.